So with that said, I would like to give the word to our next speaker, Mr. George Floras, who is the president of the Belt and Road Associates in Greece. So, Mr. Floras, you're very welcome. Please.
Thank you, Stefan.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Good morning and good evening to China. I'm George Floras from Greece, from Belt and Road Associates. Our organization strongly supports the Belt and Road Initiative and supports Chinese companies to invest in Greece. Greece-China relations have a long history, which begins more than 2,000 years ago through the exchanges of the ancient Silk Road. Today, China is an important trading partner for Greece, despite the fact that the influence of the USA on the Greek political and economic system is extremely strong. Important points in the relations between the two countries are the following. The two countries are particularly linked by history, as they are the cradles of Eastern and Western civilizations. Chinese people have a special love for Greece because of its history and because of their willingness to visit Greece for tourism. Greece is the first country in Europe to sign an agreement to participate in the Belt and Road Initiative, and to this day remains loyal to this agreement. Greece in 2019 became the became the 17th member of a 17+1 cooperation between China and Central and Eastern European countries. China has under its control the largest port in Greece, the port of Piraeus, which is a strategic asset in China's attempt to reach Europe. China's acquisition of control of the port of Piraeus is now a big issue for the US as they see its strategic role, a strategic role that they completely ignored in 2014 when it was decided to privatize the port, and at that time, only Costco made a bid proposal. Greece stands at the crossroads of three continents, Asia, Europe, and Africa, a unique and advantageous geographical position at the most southeastern point of Europe, at the key point where the land and sea Silk Road cross. Tens of thousands of Chinese have obtained a permanent resident permit in Greece through the Golden Visa program, and they got the right to free movement in the Schengen area. Finally, much of the products that the Chinese import and export are traded through Greek-owned ships. But the truth is that Greece's relations with China are under strong pressure from the USA and the European Union, especially in the current era with the wars around Europe and around Greece. For example, the participation of the Chinese investors in government projects related to energy and infrastructure is prohibited. As I mentioned before, the US would like the port of Piraeus to change hands and not be controlled by the Chinese, which seems impossible, but it's their desire on the other hand. Apart from these pressures, Greece has not yet become an important investment destination for the Chinese, as only a few significant investments have been made, and these only in energy and the port of Piraeus. There is significant scope for investment in the private sector, for example, tourism, with more than 16,000 kilometers of coastline in Greece, more than 6,000 islands, a well-established tourism industry, and 35 million foreign tourists visit Greece every year. Greece presents a prime investment opportunity in the tourism sector. The Greek energy sector. Located at the crossroads between East and West, Greece offers the opportunity to play a key role in the South Balkans and East Mediterranean region energy markets. The ample availability of renewable energy potential, wind, hydro, solar, geothermal, everything, combined with ongoing large-scale infrastructure projects involving Greece, show that Greece will be a key player in the formulation of the EU energy mix, and we provide significant investment opportunities in all energy industries. ICT sector. The information and communication technology sector is one of the most promising in the Greek economy, driven mostly by the demand for automation and digitalization in the Greek public and private sectors. Pharmaceutical industries. Although Greece is 2% of the European population, we produce 10% of the medicines currently exported by the European Union. 5 points for which investment in Greece in the pharmaceutical sector is of interest are regional, regional market potential for generic pharmaceuticals, regional hub for clinical trials, R&D and development know-how, skilled medical personnel, and medical tourism market potential. Greek quality food and agricultural products. Greek food and agriculture have traditionally been one of the major export sectors for Greece, with a strong presence in the European and growing presence in the US food markets. And finally, logistics. Greece stands on the crossroads of the three continents, connecting, since early antiquity, people, goods, and cultures. For that reason, Greece has long been a strategic node for transportation in the greater region. In order to make the most of available investment opportunities, Chinese should become more flexible in their investment strategies. They should realize that Europe and Greece is a fully competitive market following the European rules, which should be followed by everybody. I again welcome today's initiative. Congratulations to the Belt and Road Institute in Sweden, and special thanks to Hussein Askari for all his efforts. Thank you very much.